So welcome to the today class. In this class, we are going to discuss about the two numericals and the single phase full wave converter. Now let me see the what is the first problem. A single phase full converter is supplied from the three phase 50 hertz source. The load consisting of R equal to 10 ohms and large inductance so as to render the load current is constant. For a firing delay angle of 30 degrees, determine the average output voltage, average output current, and average and RMS value of thyristor currents in power factor. Now, here let me take the circuit diagram. It is a full wave converter. So, it is consisting the 4 SCRs. It is consisting the 4 SCRs. This is the AC source. Here it is connected A. Here it is connected B. Across these two terminals, load is connected. Here the load is RLO. R equal to 10 ohms. Inductance is very high. Source voltage is given 230 RMS voltage. This is 50 hertz. And the firing angle for this series it is given alpha equal to it is given 30 degrees. Whereas L value is very high. Load current is constant. Here it is given as a I naught equal to constant. So here we have to find out the average output voltage. Already we know the formula for the average output voltage V naught equal to 2 Vm by pi cos alpha. Vm is nothing but a maximum input voltage. So 2 into 230 into 1.414 into divided by pi. The angle cos alpha is given cos 30 degrees. So the average output voltage V naught value we are getting as a 179 volts. So the average, this is the average output voltage. Average output current, average output current equal to that we are representing as I naught equal to V naught by R. Because the average voltage across inductor becomes a 0. The average output voltage across inductor becomes a 0. So 179 divided by 10, we are getting the value 117.9 amperes. Next, average and the RMS value of thyristor currents. See here we should draw the thyristor current waveform. Then only you can find out the average and RMS value of the thyristor current. So first we have taken the load current. This is the load current. This is I0, which is constant, that is given in the problem. This is load current. Here you take this instant as alpha. This instant you take it as a pi plus alpha. This instant you take it as a 2 pi. From alpha to pi plus alpha, T1, T2 is on. So its current is equal load current. This is the current waveform for the IT1, IT2. Again up to the 2 pi, from pi plus alpha to 2 pi, T3, T4 is conducting. So once the T3, T4 is conducting, the current through the T1, T2 is 0. So this current waveform becomes a 0 up to here. Now this is alpha, this point, this is pi plus alpha. Now if you find the average thyristor current, area under this curve, so that we are writing as a IT average equal to I0 into pi by 2 pi, pi gets cancelled. So I0 by 2. The average thyristor current becomes a 17.9 divided by 2. We are getting the 8.965 amperes. Now RMS thyristor current, IT RMS, nothing but a RMS thyristor current. That is equal to, how we are going to find out means, I0 square into pi divided by 2 pi whole root. So we are getting the value I0 by root 2. Already we know the value of I0, that is 17.9 divided by root 2. You are getting the value, how much value you are getting? 12.66 amperes. Now next we have to find out the power factor. To find the power factor here, we should find out the input power. Input power equal to Vs into Is, where Vs is nothing but RMS input voltage, Is is nothing but RMS source current. If we draw the source current waveform here, as long as T1, T2 is conducting, the source current is positive, that is equal load current. Pi plus alpha to 2 pi plus alpha, the source current, this is 2 pi. 2 pi plus alpha, the source current is negative. So here, this is alpha, this is pi plus alpha, this is 2 pi plus alpha. On the x-axis, you have taken the omega. So if you find the RMS value of source current equal to RMS value of load current. See, suppose if you find the RMS value of source current here we are finding Is equal to, so it is alternating waveform. So you have to consider the only the off cycle I0 square into pi by repeated waveform divided by pi whole root. So pi gets cancelled. Is equal to I0. So from this we can say that RMS value of source current equal to RMS value of load current. Now output power equal to V naught into I naught. So input power factor, input power Vs Is cos pi equal to V naught into I naught cos pi equal to V naught into I naught by Vs into Is. This value are getting as a, these two are equal, so these two gets cancelled. So V naught by Vs, V naught value 179 volts, Vs value 230 volts. So this value are getting a 0.779 lakh. Now we are going to see the second problem. Now we are going to see the second problem. A single phase full converter bridge is connected to RLE load. The source voltage is 230 volts, 50 hertz. Average load current is 10 amperes continuous load current over the working range. R equal to 0.4, L equal to 2 millihenries, and firing delay angle for E equal to 120 volts, and firing delay angle minus 120 volts. The load current is constant. Find the input power factor. So already we know here this is the circuit diagram. Already just know how to. This is the circuit diagram for the fully controlled converter. T1, T2, T3, T4. This is A. This is B. Here it is the RLE low. Now first you have to find out the firing delay angle for E equal to 120 volts. See here RLE low, E equal to 120 volts. So the average load current is continuous load current. So the average voltage across the inductor becomes 0. So V naught equal to I naught into R plus E. This is equal to 10 into 0.4 plus. Initially we have taken the E equal to 120 volts. So this is 120. Already we know the value of Vm, that is 2 Vm by pi cos alpha 2 into Vm, nothing but a maximum input voltage 230 into 1.414 divided by pi cos alpha equal to, see how much value you're getting means 124. If you find the alpha, you're getting the value alpha equal to 53.21 degrees. Now in the second case, this is the first case. In the second case, R is minus 20 volts. Nothing but the polarity of the voltage will be reversed in the load. The polarity of the voltage reversed in the load is nothing but it is inverter operation. This is case A. In case B, now V naught equal to, if you apply the KVL here, this is V naught. Now this polarity changed, nothing but this is minus, this is plus, here minus 120. So this is equal to minus E naught plus I naught into R. This is equal to minus 120 plus 10 into 0.4. We're getting the alpha value 124.1 degree. This is the second case. So how you got this value on 124.1 degree means this value equal to, this is equal to 2 Vm by 5 cos alpha. This is equal to minus 116 volts. Now here 2 into 230 into 1.414 divided by pi cos alpha equal to minus 116. And if you find the value alpha, we are getting 124.1 degree. Nothing but it is inverter operation. In a rectifier operation, the power is passing from the source to the load. In the inverter operation, again the load is giving the power which is taken by the source, Now in both cases, we have to find out the power factor. In first case, input power equal to output power. So input power equal to, because we are going to find out the input power factor. Input power factor. So Vs Is cos pi equal to, there is some amount of power is wasted in the resistance, that is I naught square R. The power taken by the load battery in the load, that is E naught. So cos pi naught equal to I naught square R plus E naught into I naught by Vs into, where Is equal to, for constant load current, Is is nothing but RMS value of source current, that is equal to RMS value of load current. Now, if we take in the numerator, if we take the I naught is common, I get in the R into I naught plus E naught divided by Vs into I naught. I naught gets cancelled. Now this is equal to, so how much you are getting the value means 0.539 lakh. This is the case one. In case two, again same formula you have to use it here. Nothing but case 2, nothing but case 2. Vs Is cos pi equal to I naught square R minus E naught into I naught. If you substitute all the values and find the cos pi, we are getting the I naught and R I naught minus E naught by Vs. If we substitute all the values, we are getting the 0.5043 lakh. See, in this manner, you have to solve the problem. See here, in this class, we have solved the two problems and a single phase fully controlled converter. In the first case, they have given the RL load, continuous load current. They ask you to find out the average output voltage, the average current, average thyristor current, and RMS thyristor current, the input power factor. In second case, it is given that fully controlled converter which is giving the power to the RLE load for the continuous load current. For a continuous load current, they ask you to find out how much is the firing angle for the inverter operation, where E equal to 120 degrees. And in second case, we have to calculate what is the firing angle of the converter. The polarity of the voltage in the load is minus 120 volt. We got the firing angle more than the 90 degrees, that is 116 degrees. So it gives the inverter operation. The same manner, we calculated the power factor of the converter during the rectifier mode as well as the inverter mode. Also, by equating the input power as well as output power, we got the two different values. That is during the rectifier mode as well as during the inverter mode. Thank you very much for your attention on this basic power running course. Thank you.